Can I ask you about a recent controversy that we've had here about very large numbers of people, sort of pop stars, authors, famous people who have been aggressively avoiding paying their tax, staying just within the law but not paying tax? What do you think the ethical, moral, Christian view of that would be?
Funnily enough, it's one of there's a passage in the Epistle to the Romans that says pay your tax. And I think people have a duty to make a proper contribution to society in the way proportionate to their income. And therefore, if they're doing very well, they should be paying quite a lot. And there have to be serious questions about some of these tax avoidance schemes. At the same time, I think the tax system needs to be clear enough and sharp enough that this opportunity isn't available. It's both sides.
Absolutely. You've quoted St. John Chrysostom, the one-time Archbishop of Constantinople, who was a big thorn in the flesh of the political authorities at the time, as I remember.
Yes.
To the effect that if you are very wealthy, the money does not belong to you, it belongs to the people generally. And if you hold back your money from people who are poorer than you, you are in effect stealing that money from them, which suggests that when you talk about a change in culture, you would like to see quite a radical change in culture, where wealthy people are ashamed if they're not giving a substantial proportion of that wealth to those less fortunate than themselves.
I would entirely agree with that, and that was a problem then. It's a problem throughout human history. There's very few of us who find it easy not to have sticky fingers.
That's absolutely right.
And we all quite like a bit of money, and usually a bit more than we've got. And there is an obligation to the common good, and it's not the same as the general interest. It's to making sure that the poorest in our society can live dignified lives worthy of their humanity.
So you had lots of wealthier colleagues when you were back in your days in the oil industry and banking and so forth. Is your message to them, look in the mirror, think about society generally and put a bit more back?
Yes.
That's very straightforward.